Back to the West Texas A&M Rebuild here in the Brothers in Arms Elite YouTube channel. You can always catch us live on Twitch, B.I.A. Elite League. Don't forget, episodes drop every Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. Central. We are currently in the off season for year 6. We're just going to jump in here and do the portal and see how we can knock this out. So we got a lot of room, it looks like. So there's a good possibility we don't need to spend any hours on this guy, because I've learned that you do not have to spend hours on high school recruits in the portal, because at week 2 everybody has pulled their scholarships. So if you finish in first place or you're already in first place, it does not matter. Now we're just taking a look to see what we got going on here. Lots of 3 stars. Lots of 3 stars. Okay. Should get everything we can get out of that. Yep. Okay. So let's see what it says we need as far as players. Wow. Okay, so this is just right now. This is going to change come week 2, but right now it's saying we need a quarterback. We need some running backs. We need a tight end. We need some offensive linemen. We need some defensive linemen. Not a lot. Some linebackers, safety. So it's not saying we need a whole bunch. And as you can look, we are now a 4-star school, so hopefully that'll help us with this recruiting cycle in the portal. I'm going to come over here, and it's saying that this guy, backfield creator Bernie Penn, is interested in us. And we're probably going to have a better pipeline than USC, so we're throwing him on our list. This guy right here from Kansas, we're going to throw him on our list. Cornerback, California, probably not going to happen. Here we go. Running backs. Backfield threat. This guy we've got a pipeline for. This guy we've got a pipeline for. And the competition is not fierce for him, let me tell you. We're going to go after another one. We'll go after this guy. I'm not going to go after 4, I don't think. And we'll see what happens there. So there we go. So this guy's a speedster. We're going to throw him on our list. Now we're looking at tight ends. This guy's from Texas State. He's a pure blocker. I don't like pure blockers. Is there anybody that's not a pure blocker? My God, they're all pure blockers. Here's one that's not. Put him on our list. Now we're going to get over here to offensive linemen. This is what's important. First. And we're looking at the pipelines. Good and good. Sophomore and freshmen, so they may not be day 1 starters. We're going to come down here. Here's another guy, sophomore. Let's see what they got as far as guards. 7, 8. Wow, we're going to have to make a decision when it comes to offensive linemen, it looks like, because I can get whatever I want. Here we go to defensive lineman. That's going to be a hard get for us right there if we wanted him. going to be a fight with the Texas schools, I can tell you that. Okay, so here we go. This guy we got a chance at. Linebackers, we need a couple linebackers. This one's first. This one's third. And we have hit our limit. So I'm going to have to find somebody to get rid of. I'm going to have to find somebody to get rid of. Oh yeah, it's going to be that guy. He might make a good tight end. He won't. Don't need you. I will keep the other guy. And now what we're looking for is a free safety or a safety to round us out. Ugh. Maybe a cornerback. More likely a free safety is going to be the one, and it's not going to be him. It's probably going to be this guy right here. Okay. So now we're going to do the needs a scholarship and knock it out real quick. Get all these guys scholarships, and then we'll do what we need to do. Hopefully we can get a good class and get some good players. Defense is where we really need them, and I don't know if you noticed, but we're not really going after any defensive players in the portal. Okay. Gonna go him. Him we don't have to recruit. So basically all these 3-star or high school players are going to be backups, right? So what we want is these 6 offensive linemen out of the portal, the transfers, the guys we want. And we can get rid of some high school players and get other players as long as we don't need those guys. So all those are high school players. So now I can come over here and scout these guys. Oh, beautiful. That's what we like to see, man. That one offensive lineman is going to be a beast, boys. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so these running backs. Nasty. He's not that good. But, so now we're going to advance to week 2. And then we'll look and see if there's any decent 4-star players at position things we need that we can get rid of some of these guys. Okay, so first things first is if these offensive linemen are going to want to be with us, these 4-stars, then we can cut loose some of these other 3-stars to make room for other players. Right off the bat, here we go. Things are looking good. USC's coming at us. It's going to be tough. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to schedule a visit. We're going to go week 3. Don't want to go week 4. Normally I go week 4 playing time. Right, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to go wide receiver. Schedule visit week 3. Championship contender. There we go. And we're going to come over here. This guy. Right, this guy. Yes, this guy. Yeah, it's this one. So we've got this dude locked up pretty much. So we're going to come over here. Conference prestige. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm setting up visits between these guys, right? Because what I want to do because I need them offensive linemen, buddy. I'm going to tell you right now. Need them. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. We're going to go check it out in the portal and see what's available to us right now in week 2. Okay, so we're looking for 4-stars. And we're going to go down the list, same as we do during the regular season, and try to see what we can find. And if there's any 4-stars available that don't have a scholarship, we're going to try to pick them up right now. Also, it's good to note that since I found out that they removed scholarships from 4-star players, that all the 4-star high school players should now be available. Right? So right now we're going down this list. Mainly what we want is defensive players. So let's see if there's any defensive players. No. 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 So there is this guy who is a boundary corner. So that's definitely something we want to look at. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to come over here, tackles. We're looking for the worst one, which is going to be that guy. So the worst one would be this guy right here. So we can take him off. Come over here. That's weird. Oh, it's not going to let us. Okay. So that's interesting. So right now what we're going to do, the same thing. We're going to look through here. Here's some more people that are just... It's not letting me pick up any other players. That's weird. There's tons of them, but it won't let me get any of them. So, totally weird. Hopefully I don't need that lineman, because I'll have to go find him. I don't have pitches for any of these guys, so we can go ahead and advance to week 3. Maybe I get a bunch of good offensive linemen out of this portal. At least that would help. Obviously, I'm not getting any defensive players. There's a right tackle. And they passed us up, but I got a week 3 visit coming. So we know playing time is one of his things. Right? That's 1. That's 1. So that one's no. This is a yes. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. So there's one there, that's a no. There's one there, that's a no. That one's a no. That's a yes. That's a no. This is a visit. We got a visit with him. Oh, we're not going to get him. But that's okay. Oh, and then that guy pulled away from us too. So a couple of these guys we're not going to get. No matter what we do. And right now, actually, we need to see if there's any wide receivers. That guy's pretty decent, so we're gonna try to recruit him as well. So we're kind of rushing through this because what I really need is defensive players, and I'm not getting them at all again. So, been hoping we could pick up some good players in the portal, and it just hasn't happened for us. We just have not had any defensive players. We're not getting defensive players in the regular season, in the thing. And so it's just been tough. All right, let's see where we're at. Hopefully that matters. Hopefully we get that guy. Hopefully we can get this guy here. Wait a minute. That's a high school player? That should not have happened. Okay, so this actually breaks the mold of what I told you. They do not go after high school players in the portal. They did on this cornerback. So that's a first for me. So right now I'm going to come over here to the portal. So this could be an offensive lineman if I wanted him. But we need defensive players. And there's a cornerback. So this guy's got one offer from Duke. This has got none. So here's a guy, right, that's we need edge rushers, but we need linebackers really bad. And here you go. This guy is this is weird. I've never seen it do that either. So these first two guys, 172 and whatnot, they're there. Let's see what we got for cornerback because I need one cornerback. This is where it gets interesting because now I got to scout these guys and see which one I want. Oh, it went from being quick and easy to now we got a lot of work to do. Supposed to be cornerbacks. This is a question, right? Linebackers. We need linebackers. Knocking it out, knocking it out, knocking it out. Here we go. Both sophomores. Interesting. Now I'm going to go one more further and see what they got as far as middle linebackers because wasn't real happy with what they had. This guy's a junior. I think we're going to go with that first one. That first one, or I don't know. We're going to go with the linebacker anyways. Alright. Hopefully everything works out for us. Made this way more complicated than it needed to be. Oh, I got two punters. Son of a... Okay, so we could have got a better player if we'd have got rid of one of them. We weren't paying attention to what was going on. National signing. It'd be interesting to see what our class is. I know that. And we finished with the top 10 overall class. So that's a win for us as a 3.5 star, now 4-star school. Take a quick look through these. A lot of normal. There's some impact. There's an elite. There's an elite. Some more impact. Some normal. Some impact. A lot of normal. There's another elite, but that's not us. Elite. Left tackle we got. So that's huge for the offensive line. That's another elite. We didn't get that one, but we did get this one. So we got some elite offensive linemen. So all in all, not a bad class. Going in here to position changes, we'll do this, and then actually we'll cut this video and we'll come back to this and do it next time. So until next time, this is Coach Dub signing off.